you be? Welcome to the... So awful. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I was trying to make something out of nothing, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. That was awful. But welcome to the first episode, or it's not even the first episode. That was just awful. Form, how you be? Welcome to another episode of The Open Forum. This episode is about starting nutrition. What is the first nutrition you started with? What nutrition I went with? And what are the first steps? And it's ironic that I say steps, and we'll talk about that here in a second, that I went into whenever I started working at this. So a year ago, I pretty much took out a pen and paper and I was like, okay, look. This is what I want to do, and I wanted to lose fat but keep muscle. Granted, I didn't have a whole lot of muscle to begin with, and and I know it was kind of a far-fetched idea, and you hear stories of people like, oh well, you can't do both at the same time. Technically you can. I'm living proof of that. You can do it both at the same time. It's not easy, but you can do it. And so I was like, I wanted to burn fat, but I wanted to keep muscle. But here's the thing, this is how I approached it. I figured that there was nothing that I could do that would make it so that my body would go to my muscle before it went to my fat. And I was true in this hypothesis, because when you have an abundance of weight, your body is going to go to what's easiest. Muscle is not hard to get to, but it is definitely not the easiest. Your body knows that muscle is something that it wants to keep. Okay? It also wants to keep fat, so bear that in mind, and we'll talk about that in later episodes. But it also wants to keep muscle, so fat is going to be where it goes to, along with your stomach. If you've eaten food, it'll go to your stomach as well. And that's the way I looked at it. Now, as far as like fast food restaurants and foods and stuff like that, the way I approached that was in steps, basically, is the best way to say that. So starting out, the way I looked at it, I was like, okay, well, the chicken sandwich at KFC is better for me than the chicken sandwich at McDonald's, and then the chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A is better than the chicken sandwich at KFC. So French fries included. So that's the way I looked at it, and it was far-fetched. Definitely in terms of nutrition, it wasn't optimal, of course. Bro science, it worked out. I did lose weight, because when you start Forum, anything you do that changes the flow of your body will make you lose weight. Okay? Now, you will plateau. You will hit a point where your body is like, oh, I know what you're trying to do, and this isn't going to happen anymore. It's going to halt, a screeching halt. All weight loss will come to a halt, and things that you used to do won't work anymore, so you have to evolve. You have to evolve with your body. And that's going to happen sooner or later, depending on what you start on first. So, steps. That is how I approached everything. And we'll explore steps a little bit later on throughout the episodes. And that is pretty much the main gist of it, to approach it in steps. And starting out, the first step you want to go with is your liquids. Oh my God, your liquids. So, I know there's a ton of liquids out there. Some people love sodas and Pepsis and Mountain Dews and Sprites and, I don't know, coffee and alcohol, gin, tonic, orange juice. There's a whole lot of drinks out there. Me personally, my thing was juice, grape drink, and I loved me some grape drink. I loved it. I love grape juice. I love orange juice, apple juice, any kind of juice whatsoever. I also love Gatorade, and Gatorade is also pretty bad for you as well, but we'll talk about that later. To a certain extent. And my thing was juice. So getting rid of juice was my hardest crux, but that is one of the first steps you want to make towards weight loss, towards commitment, is drink water. I don't care, about, what if it's 0-calorie water, whatever. It needs to be water. The stuff that comes from the faucet, or, the little Purell thing. I'm not sure what they're called, the little machines that make it so that it tastes better. Or, Aquafina, whatever. Just water. Water. I'm going to repeat it because I don't want you to go, oh, well, what about this? What about that? Yeah, those are 0 calories. You won't gain calories from them, but they're not water. It's not water. You need to drink water. Start with that first. And then get at me on the next episode and we'll talk more about it. So my question to you, Foreman, this is the first question that I'm bringing up to the debate, so I am kind of happy about it. I want to see what your opinion is. What is your drink of choice? Spoiler alert, I bet 90% of it is going to be alcohol related, and or in the other 10% will probably be coffee. I mean, not everybody drinks juice and think that's awesome, so I'm a bit of a kid when it comes to drinks and beverages and stuff like that, because I don't drink alcohol or anything, but I bet that it's going to be something alcohol related. So leave a description, leave a comment, we'll talk, we'll chat, we'll hit up the forum on YouTube and see what is your favorite drink. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, go ahead and hit that subscribe. I love you either way, but I really like, of course, if you subscribe. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Top out.